Hey Jessica. Yeah, I think making progress on the backgrounds here. This one's still quite a bit too strong. It's just that you want something with more negative space. That means more empty space. So, just to show you these again, this is all empty space, right? Because it's basically just texture. It's not, it doesn't have any content in it really, but the texture, same here. So you can see how good the caricature stands out on that. Same here. Just a good amount of contrast. So, there's ways that you can bring this down. You can try doing a levels. Make it either darker, see lighter, or darker. It seems like darker works better for this one. You can do, and you can also just do this with part of it. You don't have to do it with all of it. And I also noticed you had another image under here. And again, we can just turn that off and, oh, shoot, where did it go? There it is. I'm going to put it down here. I saw this other image too, and I also think this is a pretty cool image actually, and that might end up working better. But what you might want to do is move, where's these other things here? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, is that it? Oh, only some of them are in there. Let's see. I can just select them all, and then I'm going to move them all down. And then what you could do is put the type up in the negative space up here, and it's still it's still a little hard to see it, but you could add some you could even do the levels more. Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Let's just see if it's darker. No, that's not good. I'm just trying to look and see what how dark it can get without blowing it out altogether. You can see it a little, yeah, you can still see it there. And then I would put the text, even though, you're losing a lot of that. So you might want to selectively apply this so you can, you can, and oh, I see that doesn't look like it's attached. You don't have to apply levels to the whole thing. You can just make a selection of part of it. So let's say I just select this with the marquee or something. Then you can also just put the levels on it that much. I would also suggest you don't need this kind of type, this warp type. I would use some type of a, type, and I'll just look at some of these other ones. Not this but again, some kind of treatment that has something, something like this, not the box. And again, not this because it's computer, but again, just work a little bit more with doing something with the type, but not warping it. Warping it just doesn't usually work. It tends to kind of look a little bit comic-y, and you just want to keep it pretty professional looking. I would make it darker. Another thing you can do is you can add some glows to some of these things. Let me see, like that. Where's that avocado body? Oh, it's under here, I bet, huh? Yeah, make sure to get a mask on that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. It's so late. Where's the... I can't find the avocado in here. I was just going to do like a glow on something, and because that, and if you add one of those cast shadows to something like this, let me see what it looks like here. No, see, way too busy, you can't see it. If you use a cast shadow, like, I think it's back up here. Well, it's like it's this one. I posted tutorials for it, so you might want to just look to see if you can find it. She's got one here. And it really works to ground the figure into the background a little bit. I'm just trying to see. You can try some layer styles to make the type come out more. Not the type, to make the, some of the, some of the objects look, like apart from the background a little bit more. That's way too strong, so don't do anything really strong like that. It looks kind of way like cheesy, but. Again, you can do a little one and it doesn't look too bad. you can make it a big, kind of big, and then you can really dim it too. Sometimes that can work, so it just looks like a little bit of a glow. But what needs to happen is something needs to happen for it to stand out more from the background. So that's kind of why these glows. You can make it, even white would look good too. Again, sometimes less is more for this kind of stuff. If you do too much of this stuff, it ends up looking super corny. Even white looks fine. But anyway, that's just one technique. There's other things you can do too. There's like inner shadows. Sometimes a stroke can work good, even though that's too strong. But if you brought the opacity down on it, it could work too. Oh, I see. It's in multiply. Oh no, I'm on the wrong one. Earth. Yeah, you can bring the opacity down a little bit. Anyway, so just some techniques to make, this really, stand out, because you're almost there. You've done a really good job continuing to, really work on this. So, and again, if you put the text up here in this negative space, it'll really stand out nicely. So you're getting close. But again, I just wouldn't. Oh, where did it go? I totally lost it. Darn. Maybe one of the words could look good, like with this effect, but I wouldn't do all of them. I totally lost the flipping too. Where is it? It's way up here somewhere. There it goes. It could work. I would just still work with it anyway, and even maybe move the caricature down a little bit too, now that if you use something like this. Okay, so yeah, I think you're making good progress. I would just really work on a simple background, because again, you just don't want your caricature to get swallowed up. Okay.